It's a great feeling because the longer it goes on, the harder it becomes to get that one. To be honest, there's been a couple of games where I've done okay, but we've not started well enough. So I can't stand here and make excuses for saying we've been unlucky not to get wins. A lot of games have deserved nothing. So maybe at Inverness at home, we probably deserve to win that. Apart from that, we've got what we deserved, but we got what we deserve today. Hopefully that can sort of kick us on a little bit.
That's what I was going to say. Hopefully this kick starts because you had such an incredible season last year at the club. Just hope this can kick start it and get it going.
Yeah, well, we only had 3 weeks off for the playoff game to the start of pre-season, and it didn't end well. Obviously, it ended on penalties, and everything was forgotten about. Went our separate ways, and personally, I thought we should have done something as a club to celebrate the season we had. I know we fell short, but it's not until you sort of stand back and look at how close we were. It should have still been like a celebration of how good the season was. So it never ended well, and we just kind of came back, and it was like, oh, here we are, we're back again, and we've just for like last season forgotten about it. So
do you think there's a wee bit of a hangover then from
possibly
last season?
Even mentally, and physically as well. As I said, 3 weeks off is not enough. But that's not an excuse because Inverness were the same, but they started slowly and they're picking up now as well. But it's a few new faces in, so it's just trying to get time to gel, and we've been a bit unlucky with injuries, a couple of sending off, so hopefully things will be looking more up now.
And your first goal in the league this season, second, I mean, top scorer last season, you're hoping that again this just kicks you on.
Nobody top goal scorer this year if the big boy Air keeps scoring, so I'm not interested in that, to be honest. I've been playing deeper, and I got played up front today because the manager felt I could sort of use my physical presence and my sort of strength to get us up the pitch. I think I've not quite been doing that, and we've got a really good technical midfield now. We need to do what we can to get them on the ball, and if it's not sticking up the pitch, they'll just get bypassed. And so if it means doing that job for the team, I'm happy to do it.
You won the penalty, but I just seen the guy just shoved you in the
back. He's actually, I don't know if you've seen it here, but he clipped my heel as well and just lost my foot in. Which was, I'm delighted about, because I'm actually facing
you were going out the box.
So it's just a clumsy one, but it was the referee's 5 yards to it. So one of the ones you're delighted.
And the goals have been lacking so far this season, haven't they? So it must have been really pleasing to go in 2-0 at the break and finish out quite comfortably.
It was good. 2-0 still a funny scoreline. We knew it. We started the second half quite well again, and they obviously came into it because the Championship, our home team's always going to have a spell in the game. So I think they managed it quite well. They got their goal at the end, but I think we had a chance to go 3-0. It looked like the boys handballed it in the line, and that would have been a sending off as well. Game over. So fighting performance, take the win.
And you got a wee bit after the penalty as well, it looked like.
You
enjoyed that.
The guy was just.
Boy, they get saved down there, mate.
Goal
in the great suit. They sent it off.
The boy behind the goal, he was just having a go at my appearance. He said I had a big nose. So I just said, I do agree with you, but take that, It's fine, I can't help that. I've got a beautiful wife, beautiful kids, so my nose is fine.
Well done, mate.
Do you think like our first season of the Championship, I think it was game 7 or 8 that it took to get our first win?
Second, I think that was.
Wasn't it?
No, the first one we had beat Alloa after 2 or 3. I think it was the second one.
The second one, it was, and then we sort of like, that was the season that got curtailed with COVID.
Yeah.
And that was when we were like getting momentum after the second half of the season. So I think it just takes that momentum in that first.
No, I think we are capable of going on big runs. We've proven it before, even going back to League One. So we've always been confident that once things start clicking, we are capable of beating anyone in the league. And if we need to really focus on getting our home form back to what it was. But there's been a big turnaround in personnel. We've lost a lot of firepower. Hard to replace that, but we've still got the core of a good team now. It's just we might have to slightly change the way we play to get these guys sort of on the ball and making the most of them, but it's coming now. It's starting to, last few weeks of training have been good and quite positive.
I think today as well, the sort of the work ethic that brought us a great success last season, just chasing, like you and Hilly up front, just chasing it down every single ball. That sort of, I think, helped today get the win.
Well, to be fair, we should be doing that because that should be a given in football. Like, especially for us, that's, as you say, that's how we got our success. So maybe just have to get back to doing that more. But as I said, the games before we've not been good enough. So I'm not going to sit and say we've played well and been unlucky. We've been off it, but that today's at least the very least we need to be doing every week.
Right, well, congratulations and thanks again.
Right,
Cheers, Mikey. Thanks.